Okay, so I'm almost done. I need to look at my final sentence of analysis because I want to make sure that I thoroughly address that why. So I need to switch my focus to down here. So my original reads McCarthy wants his audience to understand that the setting is so bad that a mother would be willing to leave the husband she loves and her son. So this connects the woman's choice with McCarthy's purpose, but it's not super meaningful. It doesn't tell us why McCarthy creates such a hostile setting. So now I need to think. I'm going to take this out so that I'm not distracted by it. I don't think I need that anymore. And I'm going to think about this last sentence. So this here, this is my why. This is the most important part of my paragraph. So I need to make sure that it addresses everything I need it to address. So while we know it gets bad enough that people are eating people, right? So they talk about cannibalism. We know it gets bad enough that the woman wishes she killed herself and her son back when there were enough bullets in the gun. We also know what life is like on the road and that sometimes they have to make decisions they otherwise wouldn't make. Everything that they thought they knew about life and morals and stuff like that is no longer relevant. So maybe McCarthy is trying to set things up so we don't judge the man when he is faced with a decision that we can't understand because we've never lived in a hostile setting like this. So, based on what I know so far, that feels pretty reasonable, and I'm going to go with it. So, I'm going to change that last sentence there. Let's put it in bold so you can see the change. So, whoops, let's highlight it. So, McCarthy wants let's boldface that. So McCarthy wants his audience to understand that the setting is so hostile. So notice how I use a word for my opening claim, and that kind of ties things together, bring things in full circle. So McCarthy wants his audience to understand that the setting is so hostile that a mother could be forced to make a terrible decision like killing her own child to save him from suffering in order to prepare the audience for some of the decisions the man may have to make as the story continues, and to refrain from making quick moral judgments. All right, so let's take a look at this revised paragraph now. So, in McCarthy's novel, The Road, the hostile setting influences the woman to leave her husband and son in order to make the reader understand just how bad things are. During a flashback, the reader learns that whatever happened happened suddenly, and for a while they made the most of it, sometimes passing the time with a deck of cards he found in a bureau drawer. But this changes as time passes. The woman tells the man that she is leaving, and as the man begs her to stay, she says that she should have done it a long time ago, when there were 3 bullets in the gun instead of 2. The reader can infer that it refers to taking their lives because of how it is sandwiched between the man begging her to stay and the information about the remaining bullets in the gun. The woman tells the man that they are going to kill us and eat us, and while he refuses to face the truth, she can't sit around and wait for it to happen. It's at this point that the reader understands the extent to which humanity has deteriorated as a result of the hostile setting. McCarthy wants his audience to understand that the setting is so hostile that a mother could be forced to make a terrible decision like killing her own child to save him from suffering in order to prepare the audience for some of the decisions the man may have to make as the story continues and to refrain from making quick moral judgments. Who refrains? And to encourage the reader to refrain from making quick moral judgments. All right, so I still feel like I need more. Like, why does the audience need to refrain from making quick moral judgments? But I also need to remember that this is only a single paragraph, not an entire essay. That's something that I would probably address in a conclusion. And I need to remember that I haven't finished the book yet, so I don't know how this all unfolds. That's okay. But at least this is a good start to breaking down the relationship between the setting and some of the choices the characters are forced to make. Finally, I'll probably want to make at least one more revision/edit to focus on word choice and sentence structure and things like that. But for now, I'm pretty happy with it. Let's see how it shakes out in terms of word count. So to determine your word count, highlight the passage that you want to check, go up to Tools, click on it, click on Word Count, and it will take you to your words. So 257, not bad. So 257, which is a heck of a lot better than 88 and gets me closer to my recommended range of 300 to 500. So I feel pretty comfortable moving on from there.